A major issue facing the American public today is the widespread use of illegal substances, as well as a lack of proper treatment. Almost all of us can say we have a friend or loved one who has struggled with this issue. According to an article published earlier this month by the Federal Bureau of Prisons, so far in 2020, there have been over 67,000 people in North America arrested for drug-related charges. That is about 1 in 10 Americans. This group makes up 46% of the entire inmate population, and North America houses 25% of the entire world's prison population. These statistics are one measure of how genuinely severe the drug problem is in our country. Our current legal system uses a traditional custom of forcing people with substance-related problems into custody first, and then if they are lucky, they can fight for a spot in a subpar treatment facility as a condition of parole. For decades, people have suggested that this plan does not provide proper treatment or reform to those afflicted by drug addiction. This failure to provide proper treatment to addicts is why fewer than 20% of users who get clean will stay clean for at least 1 year. Furthermore, over 60% of those who are able to obtain sobriety in the first year will relapse later in life. As technology continues to advance, our knowledge about the brain increases. This progress has helped scientists understand how the brain is affected by addiction, as well as the best ways to treat it. According to the National Institute on Drug Abuse, effective opioid addiction treatment requires the combination of medication and behavioral therapy. Because each substance affects the brain differently, every addict needs individualized treatments to fit their needs. The one thing they do all have in common is that they require intensive therapy to treat. This is where the prison system falls short. Their method is to take away the person's access to drugs and hope that making them live without while in incarceration will teach them how to live without it on the streets. This is not a helpful plan for many reasons. The first is that there is often more convenient access to drugs on the inside than on the streets. People use illegal substances as currency, and they will give you just about anything in exchange for favors. Another problem with this setup is that even if the addict cannot find drugs in prison, their cravings and underlying causes for the addiction do not stop. This makes them more motivated to find drugs when they get out. According to the article, Psychology of Addictive Behaviors, it is essential to know that the addiction's root causes will not go away with anything other than behavioral therapy counseling. This can help people modify their attitudes and behaviors related to drug use, increase healthy life skills, and help them stick with their medication. With a patient-centered counseling style, professionals can address a patient's feelings and help them to change. If our goal is to help those suffering from drug addiction, indeed our plan needs to change from mass incarceration to more widespread and affordable treatment options. Addicts need to discuss their use patterns and treatment options with their health providers without the fear of incarceration as a result. To become acceptable, we as a public need to drop the stigma associated with drug use. It is a disease that can afflict people from every walk of life. The sooner we accept drug addiction for what it is and stop sweeping it under the rug with the premise that all drug addicts are criminals, and the sooner we advocate for proper resources then the sooner we will see recovery being successful. As the public, we need to invest in tests and research behind medicine to treat addictions, such as naltrexone, as well as buprenorphine and methadone, which work by binding to the same opioid receptors in the brain as these illicit drugs, reducing the cravings and withdrawal symptoms.